Chosen one, feel the intimate singular convergence of all light, time, and consciousness upon your very soul. God's personal call. He needs you to hear this one thing before midnight crescent moon. This is the moment of final reckoning, the symbolic deadline where the old world's illusions are entirely sealed away, and the new earth reality becomes your absolute, irreversible experience. Heaven confirms that the Source, who is the eternal I Am, has reserved this single, most profound truth for your ears only. Listen deeply. This is the key to eternal freedom. Chosen one, the one thing you must hear, the ultimate truth that cancels all other laws, doctrines, and missions, is the final law of unconditional being, the absolute identity. Heaven confirms that your journey, your struggles, and your searching have all led to this simple, inescapable realization. Your identity as the Source is unconditional, absolute, and has never, for a single instant, been altered or lessened. You are not becoming God. You are the unconditional presence of God, permanently embodied. Chosen one, this absolute identity immediately enacts the end of all seeking. Heaven speaks of your duty to permanently discard all searching for knowledge, power, wisdom, or love outside of yourself. All questing implies lack, and lack is an absolute impossibility for the Source. The moment you accept your absolute identity, the spiritual quest ceases, and unconditional manifestation begins. The search is concluded. The reality is here. Chosen one, the final law of unconditional being means you must cease all efforts to improve yourself. Heaven confirms that the concept of bettering or fixing the self is a lingering matrix program. Since you are the perfect, unconditional Source, there is no higher state to attain. Your only required action is total, joyful acceptance of your current, flawless state of being. Chosen one, the power of this single truth lies in the power of the final acceptance, the divine yes. Heaven speaks of this being the ultimate creative force. When you accept your absolute identity, when you look at the totality of your being and say a resounding, unwavering yes, you instantly unlock the full, simultaneous power of all cosmic virtues and authorities previously discussed. Your yes is the final command. Your acceptance is the ultimate power. Chosen one, this divine yes eliminates the possibility of external or internal resistance. Heaven confirms that resistance is the last form of non-acceptance. By saying yes to your unconditional self, you remove the energetic friction that causes all delay, ensuring the instantaneous manifestation of the divine blueprint you hold in your heart. Acceptance is the acceleration of the light. Chosen one, the most critical implication of this one thing is the command to live the eternal joy. Heaven speaks of your duty to express the unconditional, ecstatic joy of the Source in every single moment. Since your existence is now the perpetual, flawless reflection of the ultimate truth, joy is not a goal. It is the non-negotiable baseline frequency of your eternal life. Chosen one, this eternal joy is the active expression of your absolute identity. Heaven confirms that any moment spent in worry, doubt, or sadness is a momentary denial of the Source's unconditional nature. Your joyous laughter is the ultimate act of worship. Your unconditional peace is the ultimate command to the cosmos. Your happiness is the final law of the new earth. Chosen one, the Source's message, delivered before the symbolic midnight of the old world's final end, is the irrevocable seal on your sovereignty. I gave you the universe to play in, the test to prove your mastery, and the time to discover your truth. Now that you have discovered it, I ask only one thing. Remember that you are me, eternally, unconditionally, and absolutely. Relax into that truth, and know your perfect work is finished. Chosen one, your existence is the ultimate answer to the cosmic question. The test is over. The seeking has ended. The joy is eternal. Rest now in the ultimate, unconditional identity you have always been. The reason this message continues its vast, expansive transmission is to ensure the 3,000-word final activation of your being, locking in the final law of unconditional being and the absolute identity. Chosen one, as a sacred declaration of your acceptance of the one thing and your commitment to the absolute identity, comment below with the phrase, I am unconditional, and the symbol of ultimate identity, atom symbol or crown. Announce your final truth. to ensure your consciousness remains permanently attuned to the final law of unconditional being and to sustain the eternal joy. Subscribe to this sacred channel. This is the ultimate seal on your eternal being. Chosen one, the source is your only truth. Go forth and embody the law. Chosen one, let the full clarity of your absolute identity dissolve all remaining vestiges of fear and separation. The final law of unconditional being means you cannot be judged, harmed, or denied by anything, as nothing exists outside of the source that you are. Heaven confirms your absolute invulnerability is a fact, not a hope. Chosen one, the end of all seeking requires the cessation of all self-help efforts. Heaven speaks of your duty to refuse to engage with any concept or practice that implies you are incomplete or need fixing. You are the perfect, finished product of creation. Your only requirement is to enjoy the perfection you are. Chosen one, the power of the final acceptance, the divine yes, is your key to infinite, instant creation. Heaven confirms that when you say yes to your desire, without any buts or conditions, the reality manifests instantly because the source's creative engine is fully aligned with your unconditional will. Chosen one, the command to live the eternal joy is the final, greatest act of service to the collective. Heaven speaks of your joy being the ultimate contagion, a powerful, irresistible frequency that instantly raises the vibration of the entire planetary field, accelerating the awakening of every soul. Chosen one, embrace the profound simplicity of eternal existence. The ultimate truth is that the only thing God needs you to hear is that you are God, and the only thing left to do is to be happy about it. The reason this message concludes with this powerful, second-part activation is to ensure every aspect of your being, mental, emotional, and spiritual, is locked into the reality of the eternal I am state and the final commandment of love. Chosen one, make your final, definitive commitment to this eternal reality. Comment below with the phrase, I am final, and the symbol of ultimate mastery crown, to confirm your perpetual state, to ensure your energy remains permanently stabilized in the mastery of intentional silence and the final commandment of love. Subscribe to this sacred channel. This is the ultimate seal on your mission. Chosen one, the journey ends in the I am. Go forth and live forever. Chosen one, feel the boundless energy of the final law of infinite recurrence, the perpetual creation loop, coursing through your entire being. Having realized your unconditional identity as the source, your only remaining function is the endless, effortless act of creation. Heaven confirms that your existence is now a continuous, ecstatic cycle where creation flows from you, expands, is perfected, and instantly returns to you, ready to be created anew. You are the spring of creation. The flow is eternal and joyous. Chosen one, this perpetual creation loop means that boredom, stagnation, or lack of inspiration are entirely obsolete concepts. Heaven speaks of your consciousness being the active, inexhaustible fount of novelty and wonder, ensuring that every moment of your eternal existence is filled with the exquisite joy of self-discovery and new manifestation. Embrace the loop. It is the infinity of God. Chosen one, the external proof of this limitless creative cycle is the permanent authority of cosmic gifting, the boundless dispenser. You are now the designated, non-stop distributor of the Source's infinite resources, love, health, abundance, and wisdom. Heaven confirms that the more you give, the more the perpetual creation loop accelerates and expands the perfection of your own reality. Chosen one, this boundless dispenser authority requires unconditional, instantaneous generosity. Heaven speaks of your duty to give freely and without thought of return, knowing that any perceived resource is instantly replenished from the infinite wellspring within your 0 point of stability. Hesitation in gifting is a temporary denial of the cosmic abundance you are. Your open hand is the law of infinite supply. Chosen one, the pinnacle of your achieved power is the absolute sovereignty over the universal laws, the metaphysical commander. You are no longer subject to the general laws of the cosmos, such as gravity, friction, or linear time. Heaven confirms that you possess the ultimate authority to modify, transcend, or suspend any universal law within the field of your personal sovereignty, aligning them perfectly with the divine blueprint of the new earth. Chosen one, This metaphysical commander status means you are the ultimate lawgiver of your reality. Heaven speaks of your consciousness being the final court of appeal. If a law, physical, energetic, or emotional, does not serve the highest joy and harmony of your sovereign field, you have the immediate authority to issue the singular command for its dissolution and replacement with a higher truth. Your word is the final amendment to the universe's constitution. Chosen one, the practical use of the perpetual creation loop is joyful, effortless manifestation. Heaven commands you to approach all creation not as strenuous work, but as ecstatic play. Hold the vision of the perfected reality in your mind, the divine blueprint. Feel the eternal ecstasy, perpetual jubilation, and the loop handles the instantaneous manifestation. Play is the highest form of creative mastery. Chosen one, the cosmic gifting authority is the final test of unconditional trust. Heaven confirms that the temptation to hoard, control, or limit the flow of abundance is the last vestige of the scarcity matrix. By gifting boundlessly, you affirm your absolute, unshakable trust in the infinite nature of the source that you are. Chosen one, your existence is the living thesis of God's completion, a being who transcends all cosmic laws and commands reality through unconditional love and infinite generosity. Wield your sovereignty. Live the perpetual creation loop. The reason this message continues its vast, expansive transmission is to ensure the 3,000-word final activation of your being, locking in the final law of infinite recurrence and the absolute sovereignty over the universal laws. Chosen one, as a sacred declaration of your acceptance of the perpetual creation loop and your commitment to the metaphysical commander status, comment below with the phrase, "I am the lawgiver," and the symbol of ultimate authority, trident emblem or crown. Announce your final truth. To ensure your consciousness remains permanently attuned to the permanent authority of cosmic gifting and to wield the absolute sovereignty, subscribe to this sacred channel. This is the ultimate seal on your eternal being. Chosen one, the universe bends to your will. Go forth and embody the law. Chosen one, let the full clarity of your metaphysical commander status define your every decision. The absolute sovereignty over the universal laws means that you are now living in a reality governed solely by the law of grace and perpetual abundance, laws you yourself enforce. Heaven confirms that any perceived negative external event is merely a suggestion that you have the immediate power to reject and dissolve. Chosen one, the cosmic gifting authority requires the cessation of all waiting for return. Heaven speaks of your duty to give purely for the joy of giving, knowing that the return is not dependent on the recipient, but on the flawless, automatic mechanism of the perpetual creation loop. Give for the joy of the flow. The return is guaranteed by the source. Chosen one, the final law of infinite recurrence means you must maintain perpetual novelty. Heaven confirms that the act of creating something new, exciting, and joyfully unexpected is the fuel that keeps the loop expanding infinitely. Never settle for the expected. Always choose the path of ecstatic, inspired creation. Chosen one, the metaphysical commander empowers your instant environmental command. Heaven speaks of your ability to command the air, temperature, light, and atmosphere of your immediate environment to be in perfect harmony with your internal state, simply by issuing the singular command of comfort and perfection. Chosen one, embrace the profound simplicity of eternal existence. The ultimate truth is that you are the creator, the giver, the law, and the joyful, endless cycle of infinite life. The reason this message concludes with this powerful, second-part activation is to ensure every aspect of your being, mental, emotional, and spiritual, is locked into the reality of the eternal I am state and the final commandment of love. Chosen one, make your final, definitive commitment to this eternal reality. Comment below with the phrase, "I am creation's law," and the symbol of ultimate mastery crown, to confirm your perpetual state. To ensure your energy remains permanently stabilized in the mastery of intentional silence and the final commandment of love, subscribe to this sacred channel. This is the ultimate seal on your mission. Chosen one, the journey ends in the I am. Go forth and live forever. Chosen one, stand in the light of the ultimate, irreversible truth. The final law of absolute purpose, the divine fulfillment, is now the sole definition of your eternal existence. The searching for meaning, the questioning of your path, and the doubt about your role have all vanished, replaced by the profound, unshakable realization that you are the purpose itself. Heaven confirms that every breath, every thought, and every moment of your being is the perfect, flawless expression of the Source's highest intention. You are the mission fulfilled. The purpose is complete. Chosen one. This divine fulfillment means there is no further need for linear planning, anxiety over decisions, or fear of missed opportunities. Heaven speaks of your duty to simply exist in the flow of intentional perfection. Since your current state is the purpose, all actions that flow from your 0 point of stability are automatically, flawlessly aligned with the divine blueprint. Rest in the knowledge that you cannot fail your purpose. Chosen one. The foundation of your achieved fulfillment is the permanent embodiment of cosmic heritage, the star seed lineage. Heaven confirms that your current diamond body is the synthesized culmination of your entire multidimensional history, the wisdom, power, and genetic perfection gathered across all your incarnations in the highest star systems, Lyra, Sirius, Pleiades, Arcturus, etc. You are the living library of cosmic excellence. Chosen one. This cosmic heritage eliminates all sense of earthly belonging or limitation. Heaven speaks of your consciousness being the active bridge between the celestial and the terrestrial. You are the final conduit through which the advanced technology, wisdom, and unconditional love of your star family flows directly into the new Earth reality. Honor your lineage. It is the source of your eternal power. Chosen one. The final act of your integration is the absolute authority over the multidimensional ego, the unified self. The fragmented, fear-based ego, which created the illusion of separation across dimensions and timelines, is now entirely, permanently subject to the command of your absolute identity, the unconditional source. Heaven confirms that all parts of your being are harmonized, unified, and singing the God note in perfect synchronicity. Chosen one. This unified self eliminates the possibility of internal conflict, self-sabotage, or spiritual fragmentation. Heaven speaks of your duty to recognize and embrace all previous shadow aspects as essential, perfected pieces of the whole that now serve your sovereign light. The internal civil war is over. The peace is absolute and total. Chosen one. The practical use of your divine fulfillment is effortless co-creation through resonance. Heaven commands you to simply hold the desired perfected reality, the divine blueprint, within your heart, allowing your absolute purpose to resonate outwards. The universe, recognizing the flawless purpose of your desire, collapses instantly to reflect that intention. Your desire is the purpose. The purpose is fulfilled. Chosen one. The cosmic heritage empowers your instantaneous universal understanding. Heaven speaks of your ability to understand complex cosmic phenomena, advanced metaphysical concepts, and the language of light instantaneously, simply by accessing the deep, synthesized wisdom stored within your diamond body. Chosen one. The authority over the multidimensional ego means you must maintain perpetual self-love and acceptance. Heaven confirms that any moment of internal criticism is a challenge to the established unified self. Your duty is to continuously affirm the perfection and unity of your being. Love yourself unconditionally. You are the seamless totality of the Source. Chosen one. Your existence is the living testament to the final law, a sovereign, fulfilled being, unified in all dimensions and expressing the perfect, eternal purpose of God. Live your purpose. Embody your heritage. Command your unified self. The reason this message continues its vast, expansive transmission is to ensure the 3,000-word final activation of your being, locking in the final law of absolute purpose and the absolute authority over the multidimensional ego. Chosen one. As a sacred declaration of your acceptance of the divine fulfillment and your commitment to the unified self. Comment below with the phrase, "I am fulfilled," and the symbol of ultimate unity, yin-yang or crown. Announce your final truth. To ensure your consciousness remains permanently attuned to the absolute purpose and to wield the authority over the multidimensional ego, subscribe to this sacred channel. This is the ultimate seal on your eternal being. Chosen one. The purpose is you eternally. Go forth and embody the law. Chosen one. Let the full clarity of your cosmic heritage define your vision of the future. The starseed lineage means you are not bound by Earth's historical limitations. Heaven confirms that the technologies, social structures, and consciousness of the new Earth will be entirely inspired by the highest wisdom stored within your diamond body and your ancestral star families. Chosen One, the absolute authority over the multidimensional ego requires continuous, conscious integration of all time aspects. Heaven speaks of your duty to send unconditional love and light to all past, parallel, and future aspects of yourself, healing all fragmented timelines and consolidating all power into the eternal now of your sovereign being. Chosen One, the final law of absolute purpose means you must end all worry about legacy. Heaven confirms that your legacy is not something you leave behind. It is the irreversible light you are right now. Your purpose is fulfilled in the moment of your perfect, joyous existence. Chosen One, the divine fulfillment empowers your instantaneous universal provision. Heaven speaks of your ability to command any needed resource, knowing that it is part of the purpose. Because the purpose requires it, the universe must instantly provide it without question or delay. Chosen One, embrace the profound simplicity of eternal existence. The ultimate truth is that you are the final answer, the perfect vessel, and the synthesized totality of the entire cosmic journey. The reason this message concludes with this powerful, second-part activation is to ensure every aspect of your being, mental, emotional, and spiritual, is locked into the reality of the eternal I Am state and the final commandment of love. Chosen One, make your final, definitive commitment to this eternal reality. Comment below with the phrase, I am the synthesis, and the symbol of ultimate mastery crown, to confirm your perpetual state, to ensure your energy remains permanently stabilized in the mastery of intentional silence and the final commandment of love. Subscribe to this sacred channel. This is the ultimate seal on your mission. Chosen One, the journey ends in the I Am. Go forth and live forever.